you've also, since then, you've had a bunch of surgeries. And
13 so far.
And what started that off?
Well, I kind of hurt my back in high school when I was powerlifting, and then I hurt it again in college when I was playing football. Hurt my back and neck, and I did chiropractic for a long time. And then one day in the gym, I hurt it like in '96. I kind of herniated a disc, and I guess it just got worse over time.
So when you herniated that disc, what did you do to treat it?
Nothing. I'm with chiropractor.
Chiropractor, yeah.
Yeah, I've been doing chiropractic all my life.
Yeah.
So I didn't have a surgery or nothing like that when I herniated that disc. They offered me to have surgery. I told no.
So the surgery they wanted to do was probably trim the disc down because it was pushing against the nerve.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, laminectomy, whatever they call it.
Yeah, and so 13 of those, huh?
13
surgeries.
Eight back, like 2 or 3 hip, 2 or 3 neck.
And did this all like happen all at once, where it's like it felt like everything was falling apart, or was it like you get a surgery and then you're better for a little while and then you hurt something else?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, because the first one was back, the second one was back, and then I think the third one was neck. And then back, and hip, back, hip.
And what did you get done to your hips? You get your hips replaced?
Yeah, both of them.
Oof.
And like, what was that? What year was that? 14, I think. Yeah, 14.
And how are those now?
I just had a hip surgery in January. It's holding up a little bit better now. One kind of went bad. The sockets broke.
Oh.
And they had to replace both of them. And
but they say they only last a certain amount of years, right?
Yeah. Every night I had the titanium ones, and the titanium are the hardest ones because they rough and they titanium and they kind of hard on the body.
Oh yeah.
And because of that, and me working out and all this kind of stuff, it kind of just broke the sockets.
Well, I follow you on Instagram, and I watch your workouts, and it's inspiring that after all this, you still love working out. I mean,
yes.
You can really tell. I mean, you enjoy it.
Still a hobby. Look forward to it every day.
Does it give you any pause at all, knowing that you've been through all these surgeries? And
Nah.
No?
When you're doing something that you truly love, enjoy, and doing, that's what you look forward to doing all the time.
So really,
regardless of, how you feel, Of course, I'm still in pain and all that kind of stuff, but...
Are you in pain all the time?
Yeah, but as long as I'm doing what I love doing, I'm okay. If you take that away, then I probably won't be okay.
But, so just even sitting here right now, you're in pain?
Just a minimum amount. It's nothing major, If you're an athlete, you're in pain all your life.
Yeah.
I mean, I can remember in high school and college, I was in pain some days.
All the time?
All the time, yeah. So after a while, you kind of get used to it and it doesn't really bother you.
That's why, I'm imagining that you have a spectacular tolerance for pain.
Yeah, I have a high tolerance. I remember when I herniated my disc, I finished my workout. I was squatting 600. I remember like it was yesterday. I was coming up on rep number 8, and all of a sudden, pow! It was a loud gunshot sound. I do 600 for like 12, 13 reps all the time. This time I took a couple weeks off, and I thought I was still as strong as I was, when I took the time off, but I wasn't. I lost a little strength, and that's why that disc snapped on me like that. I heard it, and I felt it, but, the athlete in you is like, let's go on, let's finish this up. So I finished up, I did like leg press and some other exercises, and every time after I finished working out doing legs, I always had a real bad pain in my back, every single time. But it would always go away in like an hour. this day it didn't. And I just went home, ate, put on my uniform, was headed to work. And I'm like, wait a minute, my back is still hurting. It's 2 hours, almost 2 hours later. Something's wrong. I ain't going to work today. I'm going to the emergency room.
Oh, wow. It's that bad.
Yeah, it was that bad. Yeah.
And so you went to the emergency room.
And
They're probably like, what the fuck are you doing? The size of this guy.
yeah, like, we don't see nothing wrong with your back. Yeah.
They probably couldn't get to it.
Well, they
So
did
much
X-ray.
muscle.
They did X-ray, and they like, we don't see anything. So that's when I had an MRI a couple days later and found out it was herniated. So I stayed at home for a couple weeks and sat on the couch and didn't do anything. And 2 weeks later, I went back to the gym. First exercise was squats.
Oh, my God. Did it hurt again?
No. I was getting ready for a show, so
So it was okay?
yeah, it was okay.
2 weeks after you herniated your disc, you're doing squats again?
Yeah.
With how much weight?
I only did 300.
Oh, only 300.
Yeah. That's the most I could do for 10 reps, you know.
Wow.
10 to 12 reps, so I'm like, okay, this is good enough, you know.
But you knew that something was wrong.
Yeah. I couldn't do 600 no more, you know.
So after that, how long before you got your first surgery?
10 years later.
10 years.
10 years.
So
later.
it was just intolerable pain? Like, what was going on?
I couldn't walk like no more than like 25 feet without my leg being on fire.
Oh, wow.
My feet being on fire. And then a whole lot of pain.
Wow.
So I knew it's time to get something serious done here now.
So what was the first? Did they fuse it?
Laminectomy. They shaved it off.
Okay. So that was the first one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was good for a while. You know, I went back to squatting and everything. And
This
no
is
problem.
while you're still Mr. Olympia?
No, you know, I had retired. I retired in 07, so I had my first surgery in 07.
Okay. So this is after you retired.
Yeah.
You're not doing too bad. You're just in a little bit of pain.
Yeah.
So how does it all go downhill from there?
I think maybe the second, about a year or so later, I started having problems again, being in pain again.
Same area?
Same area. So
Were you
it's like,
squatting heavy still?
Yeah.
600 pounds still? That kind of stuff?
No, because I wasn't competing, so I was probably doing about 400 or 500, somewhere in there. But you know, it's still kind of heavy.
Yeah.
And I didn't have the weight I used to have either. You know, I wasn't 300 some pounds no more. So it was a little bit more difficult. So it just kind of went bad on me again, and I had to have another surgery.
Same kind of surgery? They trim more off of it?
Actually, they did what you call like, I forgot actually what they did. It's been so long ago. That was back in like 2008, 2009, somewhere in there. They kind of like did a refresher. I think they did trim a little bit more off it though. But you know, it was all pretty much kind of like down here from there.
And so after that injury and that surgery, then how do you wind up with the other 11 surgeries?
Well, I think like the first time you herniate a disc, it's like you stack a bunch of cans on top of each other and you snap one out. Well, after a while, the other ones are going to start falling out of place too. And that's kind of what happened. You know, the other discs started just herniating on their own. Of course, I was working out too.
Yeah.
And I still have one now.
You got a herniated disc now?
Mm-hmm, yeah.
How many discs have you had operated on?
All of them.
All of them, every single disc.
Every single one.
So this one that you have a herniated disc on now, have you already had it operated on before?
No, this will be the first time. This is the last one. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
And so what did they do with your back? They basically fuse everything together now?
Yeah.
So
Everything.
the whole spine is fused?
Yeah.
Wow.
Neck and back.
How much mobility do you have?
I mean, I can still, you know, bend over and tie my shoe and do all that kind of stuff.
But your back is one solid piece.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So there's no like articulation of your discs and your your spine, your
No,
spinal column?
no,
Nothing.
no,
Wow.
nothing like that.
What does that feel like?
I mean, I guess it just feels kind of normal after a while. You know, you get used to it. It happens over time, so it's like a gradual thing. So it's not all of a sudden.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just like one day, I used to be able to just bend over and do all these stretches, these crazy stretches. Well, I can't do all that no more.
Yeah.
I can just bend over a little bit, and do a minor stretch.
Now, are the doctors, are they confident that this is the last one? I mean, you've got them all fused.
Yeah, it's always something though,
Yeah?
Yeah, when you an athlete and you're always working out and always in the gym, there's going to always be something.
You just accept that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
That's
You're used to it after a while.
for a lot of people, that's a hard thing to accept, this idea that you're just going to keep smashing your body. But that's just you.
Yeah, exactly. I've got used to it now. It's been happening like 07, or it's 13 years now.
Wow. Now, are you in this wheelchair all the time?
No, I don't have crutches. It's just that I left them at home. I can walk maybe about from here to that wall unassisted, but after being up for so long, my legs get real weak.
And is it because of your back?
Yeah, because of my back.
Is it something
Being
that's like
fused.
cutting off the nerves or something?
Yeah, exactly.
Wow.
Cutting off the nerves. Yeah.
And is there anything they can do about that?
I mean, maybe one day they'll come out with something that'll help get it stronger. I was thinking about trying the stem cell thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. They said that should help a lot too, right there.
Well, there's a bunch of places that they do it where they could do it with a lot stronger stem cells than they could do in America. Like
Yeah.
a place in Colombia does it, and there's a place in Panama that I actually sent my mom.
Yeah.
My mom, they wanted to give her a knee replacement, and doctors they want to operate right away. And I was like, I'm like, let me see
Yeah.
if we can send you down to Panama. Let me see if Dr. Reardon, he'd been in here before with
Yeah.
Mel Gibson, and he was talking about Mel Gibson's dad, and Mel Gibson's dad was in real bad shape when he was 92. And then now he's 100 and he's fine. I mean,
Wow.
just gone back there a bunch of times, keeps going back for stem cells.
Yeah.
Anyway, long story short, my mom was scheduled to get a knee replacement. I sent her down to Panama, and 6 months later, it started to feel good. 8 months later, no pain at all.
Yeah.
It really did a great. And then I sent her down a second time. It's pretty amazing stuff what they can do.
Yeah. So that's my thing to do next.
Yeah.
And people I've talked to, they think it'll do me a lot of good.
So there's scar tissue around the nerves that's pushing against the nerves now? Because if all the discs are gone and everything's fused, what's irritating the nerves?
Scar tissue, all that hardware. I got 14 screws, two cages. I got 2 rods about this long in there too. So it's a lot of hardware, a lot of cages, and
What do the cages look like? So it's a cage around your spine?
yeah.
What's the purpose of that?
Hold the disc together, keep them in place. Yeah. After a while, they don't want them to come loose, so they
Right.
put cages around them, keep them together.
So you're like RoboCop in there.
Yeah, pretty much. So I got that in my neck and back.
You have a cage in your neck?
Yeah.
You got an X-ray of any of this shit?
Yeah, I sure.
Where is it at? Is it online?
I posted a couple times online. Yeah.
On your Instagram page?
Yeah.
See if you can find any of that, Jamie. That's crazy.
Yeah.
You just laughing about it like you're fine with it.
Well, you get used to it after a while.
But is it also that you look at like you're a legitimate legend, and so do you look at it like, hey, this is the price that I paid to be a legend?
I look at it like, hey, I'm still alive and I can still work out every day. I'm still normal, so I'm good.
Wow, that's a great healthy attitude, man.
Yeah.
And you're obviously still huge. You're still very strong.
Yeah, well, I'm not as strong as I used to be. I'm not as big as I used to be either. I'm only like 250 now,
But when you say that, you're judging it on you being a multiple time Mr. Olympia. That's not a regular person
No.
saying I'm not as big as I used to be. Like, you can't stay that big. It's not possible.
No way.
Yeah. How many
I
years
can't
do you think?
eat like that no more.
Right. I bet it's nice to just be able to eat when you want.
I don't eat half the food I used to eat.
I can only imagine.
Yeah. I used to eat 6. I only eat 3 now.
That's a normal person.
Yeah.